You've already hinted at this a little bit, but what do you think about how the media covered GamerGate?
Man, you knew what side they took. You knew the side. You could tell the whole Gamer Journals pros thing. You knew which ones were Game Journals pros when they said the same exact things about GamerGate. It was just they all repeated each other. Just like recently, they were doing this thing about them talking about the news stations not producing fake news, like different channels from all over. And I knew one of my local stations said this as well. And it was just everyone, they were repeating the same words. It wasn't even like they were talking on their own, like giving their own description. They were reading the same lines from everyone else, and they were expecting nobody to fact check that. It's kind of like that. It was a blanketed statement for all the media to say, and I mean. Yeah, that's basically what it was. And I remember someone saying this. Gamergate lost the PR war because of the game journalist is basically what someone said to me. But they won people over, but they lost a PR war with the public, the journalists themselves, which is true. And whenever someone would give a moderate opinion about Gamergate, they would have the worst things said to them. Like, yeah, go ahead.
Did you contact any journalists or media outlets to correct
No,
misinformation about Gamergate?
no, because I just didn't want to handle it personally.
Did any
I was
journalists?
just
Oh, good.
no, I mean, there are a few game journalists out there, a couple people I knew and stuff, but they were already in the GG sphere as it was. So it wasn't like they were taking they knew what our opinions were and stuff. So it wasn't like, personally, I found it to be pointless to argue with those people because they were all going to say the same thing. It was like a hive mind. The media is still like a hive mind, determining there's like 2 or 3 different hive minds going on in the media right now, like the media system, like different opinions, but they're still hive minds in my opinion, because they use the same words, they use the same exact talking points and everything else. It's a hive mind.
And they never, they, they never reached out to you to talk about Gamergate either. The media didn't.
Nope. Nope. I'm kind of glad they didn't, because of how I was back then compared to how I am right now. Yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't talk about me back then.
Why do you think they didn't try to reach out to you or to
I don't
somebody
know,
else for comment?
because I wasn't that high profile. If anything, only a few people know who I was. I wasn't a high profile YouTuber. I probably had a subscriber base of probably 100 subscribers at the time. I wasn't high profile. I was just on Android all streams. I made a few pro gamergate tweets, but that was about it. I wasn't one of the high profile ones that they would try to get a contact out of. Even if I would have been on some of the larger streams, I've been on with Sargon and Akkad and people like them. I've been on those streams before, but I wasn't high profile enough. Heck, like the original person, it was funny because Chris Raygun used to be in our group on our streams. You'd find that one hard to believe, but yeah, he was in that as well. Everyone got their start out in this area. Some became famous, others didn't. And I'm kind of glad I didn't get that type of attention put on me, personally.
Did the media's coverage of Gamergate decrease or increase your trust in it?
Uh Definitely decreased it because I knew what was actually going on and stuff. I knew that a lot of that stuff was taken by fringe lunatics, not actual people that supported it. So they took it would be like this. If they wanted to get, if they wanted to, if there's like an area, a neighborhood they did not like, and the media did, and they found this event that happened, who would they pick? Would they pick the guy that saw everything, that has a good set hold on reality that has college educated or has been part of like public relations with the community that they don't like? Or would they find the nearest drug addict and have them say whatever hinge or mental nutcase that they would have say the hinge things? That's what the media basically did. They didn't talk about the people that wanted to actually talk about it. They looked for the hinge lunatics. I think like remember how David Pakman did like the first interviews and he did the second one? There was this guy we never heard of, and he tried saying we were all like this. I'm like, who
Yeah,
the hell is this guy?
well, let's not say his name because he's like a crazy lunatic.
I'm not.
But
I'm not going to say it.
yeah, he was a scam artist or something, dude. No one even
Yeah.
heard of this guy.
I know, and I was like, wait a minute, and that's what always got me about that. How like they handled like these neighborhoods. They wanted to do whatever they wanted to do to the neighborhoods by trying to disavow these neighborhoods by saying, oh, they're just this type of person and stuff. It's something the media's been doing for a very long time. They try to pick the fringe nutcase out of the group and interview him. That's why I didn't even try seeking out interviews because my mind wasn't all there.
But to be fair, though, I think David Pakman mostly did a good job. Now, why he interviewed this one weird lunatic,
Yeah.
who didn't even support GamerGate, or like I think he might have tweeted about it like once. And then I think I saw him like once or twice on like, maybe ever, and that was
Mm-hmm.
well after the interview. That was years later. I saw his because he did the rabid puppies thing or whatever. But that was completely unrelated to GG. But yeah, it's like no one knew who the fuck this guy was. So why the
Yeah.
I guess what David Pakman was trying to do, because I do think David Pakman is like generally good faith. I get
Mm-hmm.
what he was trying to do is be like, okay, I've interviewed a bunch of people. They all seem like normal gamers. I gotta throw at least one crazy guy in there, that even if
Mm-hmm.
no one knows who he is, just so I can like be do my due diligence and interview. Like I'm interviewing Teridax, the troll.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm interviewing him. So
Oh,
like I'm doing the same thing. Now is somebody gonna read my interview and be like, oh my god, Teridax, he's interviewing
you
you know,
learn.
GamerGaters were all trolling. Of course, this guy Teridax didn't even support GamerGate. Um,
No, he's a. Oh man, I can't even
but
describe it.
I'm interviewing him because he's part of the story, and I feel like I need to do my due diligence, and I also think it'll be interesting. I think it'll be interesting to hear, you know, why did he do this sort of thing? What's the reason behind the mindset that leads you to be like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck with everybody just for fun? Like, what's the culture that leads to that? It's worth exploring.
Yeah, I know it is. It's like it's a good. How do I put this? It's good to look into people like that and say, oh, hey, these people are. How do I put this again? How I say this? It's just uh looking at those groups and stuff, and you're thinking, what the ugh. Those people have caused a lot of trouble, like in our Discord groups and stuff. I can't tell you how many times we've had to ban people like that. It was really Skype that he screwed up, our Skype group that he screwed up, but he did a lot of damage to our groups. Like he kept bringing random people in just so he could, just because he wanted a good laugh or two. Like, yeah, Teridax did a lot of damage.
Well, he fucked with Lord Nurgle's in the chat right now. He fucked with him. Was he the guy who pulled his pants down and masturbated on stream, or was that somebody else?
Uh, Masturbated.
Oh, you don't remember that? Oh, I remember that. I was either
Oh,
watching the
it's
stream or on the
compulsive.
stream. I think I might have been on it. I don't know.
God damn it, Nurgle. I'm not a. Okay, fine. It's a joke he always called me. But I don't remember that.
Or
I
he didn't masturbate. I'm sorry, but he did. Someone pulled their pants down and forced, which of course forced the video to be taken down from YouTube because they don't allow that.
was that
On stream, somebody did. One of the trolls. I don't know who it
King of
was.
Pole? No, it wasn't Pole. It was someone else.
No,
I forgot who it was.
it was some troll. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, we've had issues like that before. Like me and JT did streams and stuff. This little idiot would put on illegal pornography. And I'm just saying it like that. I'm not saying what it was. Some idiot kid put that up and we had to take it down and and delete the video because some little idiot kid decided they were going to do that. Like a 15-year-old kid thought that would have been funny. Like we've learned our lesson the hard way of vetting people. We have to learn how to vet people.
If a
Oh, okay. Maxx Sands brought Teridax into our group and he started dropping. Oh, yes.
the N word,
Okay.
and he
Maxx
he's
Sand brought him in. He kept saying the N word everywhere and stuff. And yeah, we had to literally change out a whole Skype group for that.
yeah.
I
There
remember
was
that.
I'm aware of that story, but there was another one I swear where somebody did pull their pants down and show off their member, but I don't know who it was. So this
It
was
wasn't our group, I don't think. It wasn't in the GamerGate Insanity / Stream of
no,
Corruption
it might have been
groups.
a different. It might have been a
It
different. There
was
were
on a
so many
live stream.
streamers.
Okay. It was on a live stream. I don't think it was ours, Nurgle. But I don't remember it being ours.
Anyway,
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've dealt with trolls like that before, and the yeah, that's why you have to vet people that are going to join your Discord, or not join, but you have to have a certain. You have to put out your rules for Discord and stuff, or you have to vet people that you want to interview or stream. They all used to invade Sargon's old GG streams.
if a journalist who got GamerGate wrong, in your view, is reading this now, what do you want them to reconsider?
Just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just. I, just look back at what you said in the past. And that's how I say about myself. Just look back at what you said in the past. Look back and see, were you right about them or were you wrong about them? You just have to look at that. You can't just say, oh, I can't explain it. I don't even know how I could put the words in the game journalist. Yeah, it was our Discord, a lot of checks and balances to catch trolls. Yeah, we had to have a lot of checks and balances. We learned our lesson the hard way. Thank God Discord has better control than Skype does, where you could control things better. But no, what you want to get a journalist to think, what I would say is just look back on what you were back in the old days and stuff. Back in 2014, 2015, were you right in the head around that time, or do you still think that same way as you did back then? Do you still think that way? And if you do, that's that's your opinion. But if not, I would love to know what you thought that should be different. That's what I think about it. Like what you think that should be different, what the other people are saying. That's what I want to know.
What do you think the media can learn about how they covered Gamergate, or learn from how they covered Gamergate to do better in the future?
Don't take things don't run with articles instantly. Do some checks and balances before you post something. Don't just like say, oh, this happened, let's jump down this throat, when it was really just some lunatic like uh like during the gamergate nights. And I remember Nurgle and we were joking about this when it happened during the gamergate meetup, that Arthur Chu says it ends tonight. Yeah, Nurgle, tell us that one, because I don't think Tachyon remembers that one. But he said that night, it ends tonight. We're like, he wouldn't have called that. And it was probably some hinge troll that did it. We all thought that. We're like, Arthur Chu didn't do that. And that's why I thought it was. We thought, oh, it would have been, oh, like, what the hell was he thinking when he said it ends tonight? Then a bomb threat for a building that was within a mile of the White House happened, which is stupid. Either way, even calling a bomb threat in is stupid, but extra stupid where you have it, the threat go to, because the FBI will definitely be looking into this. I wouldn't be surprised if they found the person that did it. But no, when you look back at that kind of stuff, you think, I want to know what they think today, what they think their mindset is today.
I reached out to Stephen Totillo of Kotaku, the
Mhm.
editor in chief,
Yeah.
but he declined to participate.
Okay.
That would have been a good opportunity to hear what they think now. At least
Hmm.
him.
Yeah, I would like to know all their mindsets are. I could, who was it that would find everybody and block them for no reason?
Oh, Randy Harper's Blockbot, the
No,
blacklist.
I mean, yeah, that was the only one I was put on was a block bot. I remember a couple of celebrities had me blocked. I'm like, I never had any interaction with you people. And then you look, oh, they used the auto blocker. And I don't even think they knew what the auto blocker was. That it wasn't even like the auto blocker was this like carpet bombing instead of precision bombing of going after people you don't like and just say, okay, these are the bad people. No, it was okay, if they follow someone who follows another person, follows that person, they're on the auto blocker. It was like dropping a nuke. It was like dropping a nuke a uh, to destroy a shed, basically. Trying to use a nuke to destroy a shed is the best way I could describe the auto blocker.
Have
If
you
they
seen?
wanted to create a blocker, so be it. They could have created a blocker, but of how it was programmed, it was like the atheism. It was the same as the atheism plus one. It was just like a dropping a nuke on a shed to destroy a shed.
Have you seen the GamerGate Wikipedia article, and do you have any thoughts on it?
Never really looked at it. I remember seeing it one time, but I have a feeling I know what it's like. Harassment campaign. That's what they put it as.
Unfortunately,
2014. Yeah. Victims Zoe Quinn, Anita Sarkeesian, Brianna Wu. Internet trolls. Misogyny, anti-feminist, anti-progressive. Yeah, yeah, that definitely was. Yeah, Zoe Quinn, you're definitely the one that got harassed. You're definitely not the one that was thrown in jail for a few months for no reason, just because you didn't want their voice to be heard, and you had some stupid legal loophole to throw an innocent person in jail. I I do not need to tell you how much I despise that woman. She is she is probably, I mean, Sarkeesian is one thing. Brianna Wu has changed over the years, and I'm fine with that. But there's one person I would never forgive for the action she did. That'd be Zoe Quinn. Everyone else, I'll be willing to talk to, but I refuse to talk to that woman.
do you think that she can change and become a better person?
She could try to change to become a better person, but the damage is already done with what she did. She already did enough damage. That woman, ugh. The things I've seen her do, the things I've seen the actions of what she did, there is no way she's redeemable. Like I said about like the one of the developers I talked about earlier that did some really messed up things. He did something that wasn't redeemable. Mercedes Crera did something that wasn't really redeemable. Like there's a point where you have to look at and say, was it just stupid thoughts that you had in the past, or you actually harmed someone? You actually caused harm to people. It has to come down to that. Did you actually harm someone in real life? Did you actually cause some mental anguish in real life? Did you actually lead to them to be arrested or push them to do other extreme things to themselves? Like, did you do that? If you did that, then no, you're not redeemable, in my opinion.
Would you like to see the media narrative on GamerGate change to be more neutral or positive?
I would like them to come around and look at it like, hey, yeah, because hey, yeah, I guess it didn't change. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole things about Zoe Quinn were to change. If like they would have said, as far as wait a second, Nurgle just posted something. As far as we know, ATM Mercedes really did do something effed up, but it wasn't a GG thing. Yeah, what she did was something else. She didn't do anything related to GG or anything like that. But Yeah, and she hurt someone. She hurt someone. She actually hurt someone in real life. She
Allegedly,
actually hurt
allegedly. She still hasn't
allegedly,
been
but
convicted yet.
I
So,
know allegedly, but I mean though, as far as I know, I won't have anything to do with people like that. I've learned my lesson from being around people like that. Yeah, currently right now, I I've known people even around my town that have done really messed up things that I have I have refused to have anything to do with them. If you've actually harmed someone in real life, and I mean harm someone, like went out of your way to cause trouble with them just so you could push your own narrative, like Quinn did with that one poor guy, and which led him to, yeah, I'm not going to say what happened. Look up yourself of what she did back in 2018, 2019 or 2019, I think is when it happened. Just look it up yourself. It, it will be something where you will lose your faith in humanity with what she did.
Leon, I know we've talked a lot about this, but I ask everybody this question. Obviously, from our perspective, the media didn't even tell our story. They just ran with a completely one-sided thing. Has this one-sided narrative about us being harassers and misogynists impacted your conscious experience as a person in a negative
Uh,
way?
no, not really. I mean, it didn't really affect me negatively. It showed me what the world was really like. It gave me a view of how the world really acted. It gave me a look into how bad, how corrupt people could be. And and the reason why the media went on Sarkeesian and Quinn's side was because, like I said before, you talked about the pros thing. They're a hive mind. Of course, they're going to side with them. Of course, most of these media, like depending on the type of political belief or whatever they want to push for, what depending on what they want to push for, it's a hive mind. Like heck, the social credit score is a hive mind. Heck, whatever Fox News or whatever is a hive mind with their groups. Like it's just a hive mind, in my opinion. They focus on this one thing and they're like, okay, we're all going at this at once. That's why you see all these articles jump out of the corner as immediately as they do. It's almost immediate that all of them post at the same time. It's like, wait a minute, you don't have time to write about that if they saw it come out at that time. You don't have time for that. And that's what made me realize they were a hive mind. Like like it was like right around the time the bomb threat happened with Sarkeesian, or the mass killing threat that happened with Sarkeesian. It it affected it came out all at once. I'm like, how the hell did they get it out that fast? It's like they all put the article out at the same time, and then you realize, you look at the pros thing, it's like, holy crap, they're colluding with each other. And my suspicions about the media was correct. They are a hive mind.
Well, hey,
No
we're
matter
near.
what,
Go ahead.
no matter what, they'll think like they do.
Thank you for watching another GamerGate book video segment. For 30 days, starting on December 9th, I'm running a Kickstarter campaign for this project, so please back the campaign for the people of GamerGate on Kickstarter or at GamerGateBook.com. This project investigating and documenting the history of GamerGate from a variety of perspectives requires your support, and I appreciate it. Thank you.